Hey, Audacious Kids, it's so great to be looking at the upside down kingdom, looking at some of the teaching that Jesus gave to help us really understand how God really wants us to live. And sometimes that's a little bit different to what you see around you. Jesus came up with this great phrase, and you may have heard it, and he taught us to love our enemies. Not just loving our friends, not just loving our family, but actually loving our enemies. Now, I don't know, think about enemies. I think enemies are the ones that I'm fighting against. I think of like David fighting his enemy Goliath. But Jesus said to love our enemies. Now, I've never been at war and I've never fought Goliath in a fight. But I remember when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I was going out for a day of organized activities in the school holidays. And it was awesome. We could go and we could meet friends that weren't from my school, weren't from where I live, but meet some new friends and have some new adventures. And so I got a brand new top. It wasn't this one. This is the one I got for Christmas this year, but it was cool like this. And it was really good. I would wear it and I kind of flicked the collar up. And it was really cool, and I did all my hair. And I went to meet these new friends, and I had loads of fun. And I got on the bus, and it was great. And I went there. And it was great because I was meeting these new friends and having lots of fun. But unfortunately, there was a boy there who was about my age. And I don't know, he didn't really want everyone to be my friend. He wanted them to just be his friend. I didn't really know him that well. And he decided that he was going to try and embarrass me. And so he got me in a headlock. I don't know if anyone in a headlock where you get your head under there. And he was a bit bigger than me, a bit stronger than me, so he kind of kept pushing me down and pushing me down onto the floor. And he actually grabbed hold of me and ripped my new shirt, my new top. And I was like, why is he doing this? This is not fair. And it felt like all the other kids were laughing. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm pretty cool with this. This is awesome. And I was like, ah. And I actually came home on the bus that day. I was actually quite upset. And I was like, oh, God, this is not fair. Why has he done this to me? Oh, I hope that he is poorly tomorrow and is not there. I hope that he falls down the hill and hurts himself. And I hope this. And I was starting to wish bad things to happen to him because I was feeling hurt and upset. And I think we all know what it's like to feel hurt by someone and either want to hurt them back or get revenge in some way. But Jesus said that we should live different. And in this awesome talk he gave, the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew chapter 5, he said this about loving your enemies. I'm going to read it from the Message version because it kind of says it in a different way. Here's another old saying that deserves a second look. Eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. That's not going to get us anywhere. Here's what I propose. Don't hit back at all. If someone strikes you, stand there and take it. If someone drags you into court and sues you for the shirt off your back, gift wrap your best coat and make a present of it. And if someone takes unfair advantage of you, use the occasion to practice the servant life. No more tit for tat stuff. Live generously. Can you imagine the people sat around going, oh, Jesus, you've got it wrong. If someone wrongs me, I've got the right to go back and wrong them back. They've done it to me, so I'm going to do it to them. But the problem is, Jesus knew that the person that's hurting you, the person that's doing the mean thing, quite often, they're stuck in a circle of hurt themselves. I actually have known that bullies quite often are people that have been bullied themselves. People have made them feel small, and people have made them feel sad. And so the only way that they can deal with that sometimes is by trying to do that to someone else. And it becomes like a circle of hurt. Someone's hurt me, so I'm going to hurt someone else. And then that someone else says, well, I need to get revenge, and someone's hurt me, so I'm going to hurt them. And then I'm going to hurt them. And you end up having this circle of hurt that just goes round and round, and no one's happy. Actually, the people that hurt others feel guilty. The people that get hurt feel sad. But Jesus said, hey, instead of just going hurt for hurt for hurt for hurt, how about we love our enemies? How about we break the circle of hurt, and when someone is unkind to us, instead of thinking, how can I get revenge? How can I hurt them back? Maybe think, what are they going through? What's happened to them to make them act so mean? What have they been through? What has happened? Maybe what they need is not a slap back or a mean word back. What they actually need is kindness. Now, I don't want any of us audacious kids to put yourself in danger and to keep letting someone hurt you. And if someone's hurting you, it's really important that you tell someone who can help you, like a teacher or a parent or a kids leader. But we could choose to be someone who breaks the circle of hurt and responds with love. Kind words, even when they don't come back, can make a massive difference. How about we practice forgiveness and understanding? Imagine audacious love bringers all over the place, breaking the cycle of hurt, building friendships, loving people like Jesus did. Imagine what your class would be like if those that had been hurt, instead of being met with meanness, was met with love and kindness and compassion. That's what being an audacious kid is. It's loving our enemies and loving those that have been hurt. Let me pray for you. Audacious kids. God, I thank you for audacious kids. I thank you for each one of them. I pray if any of us right now are feeling hurt, I pray you'll help us to practice forgiveness. I pray for the people in our world that are in pain, that are hurting, have had unkind things happen to them and are acting up. I pray that you will bring peace and that you will help us to be part of that amazing army of audacious kids, breaking the circle of hurt with the gift of love, kindness, and forgiveness. Give us a great week. Bring in peace, I pray. Amen. Have a great week, audacious kids.